Next, let us talk about the noise. It is another important environmental component for EIA studies. The Departments of Environment provide the guidelines for the environmental noise limit and control. The latest version now, it will be the 3rd edition. You can get this guideline from their website. We are not going to discuss in detail the entire guideline. Let me share with you the permissible sound levels as given in the guideline. If you browse it through, you will see there are various tables giving the permissible sound level under various circumstances. Let us briefly go through them. The first schedule here shows the recommended permissible sound level by receiving land use for new development. This represents the desired limits used for new industrial, commercial, or housing areas, which classify the permissible sound level into 2 categories: daytime and nighttime. Specifically, between 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and between 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. What you see here, the permissible sound level. For the nighttime, it will be slightly lower than the daytime in general. The permissible sound levels, it will be defined by the category of the land use. There are low density residential, noise sensitive receptor, institutions such as school, hospital, worship. These are classified under 1 category. The permissible sound levels, it will be the lowest among all categories, both for the daytime and the nighttime. Second category, suburban residential, representing the medium density as well as the recreations. And then urban residential, high density, mixed development. And then commercial business zone and industrial zones. Now we go to the second schedule. The second schedule looks identical to the first schedule. The permissible sound levels differ slightly from the first schedule. The numbers of category also reduce, where in the first schedule, the suburban and urban residential are separated, whereas in the second schedule, the suburban and urban will have the same requirements. Now the question here is when to use the second schedule and when to use the first schedule. To make it simple, the first schedule is for new development, whereas the second schedule is for the existing developed areas. The first schedule represents the desirable limits for the new development, whereas the second schedule is a more practical limit for a developed and populated areas. If you compare the permissible sound level, the second schedule will have higher limits. That means it is slightly more stringent. Next, we talk about the third schedule. This schedule is used when the existing noise climate is already higher than the recommended limit as given in the Schedule 2. In other words, for a developed area, when the noise level has already exceeded the permissible sound levels in the Schedule 2, the targets for the permissible sound level is nearly impossible to be reduced to as per required by the second schedule. Now the acceptance criteria, it will be on the basis of maintaining the noise to the similar level of the existing conditions. The principle here is not to make the noise conditions worse if the noise level has already exceeded the permissible sound level. Now, due to uncertainty in the measurements, the noise level can be within 1.5 decibel A of the existing noise level, and this can still be considered acceptable. For example, let's say now we are talking about the low density residential. The permissible sound levels as per described in the second schedule, it will be 60 decibel A in the daytime. Let's say now the existing noise climate is already larger than 60 decibel A, which is 65 decibel A. Since it does not fulfill the requirement here, now for any development or any cause of noise, we have to be on the basis not to make the noise level higher. That's why the third schedule shall be referred. Having it 65 decibel A, the allowable limits cannot be greater than 66.5 decibel A. That additional 1.5 decibel A is the tolerance for the uncertainties in the measurements. Next, we talk about the fourth schedule. This is for the road traffic, applicable both for the new or redevelopment of the existing roads. Now, in the case that the existing noise level for road traffic is higher than what is stated in the fourth schedule, Schedule 3 shall be applied on the same basis that not making the noise condition worse. We come to the fifth schedule. This one is for railway and transit trains, applicable for both new railway and transit lines and realignment. In this case, there is one additional column here representing the maximum permissible instantaneous maximum sound pressure level. This is meant for the transient pass-by noise as the train passes by. And then we have the sixth schedule. This will be the permissible sound level for the constructions, maintenance, and demolition works. And the permissible sound level now are classified based on the type of the land use: residential, sensitive areas, commercial, mixed development, and industrial. And they are classified into 3 times: daytime, evening time, and night time. 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. What you see here, you will need to know which schedules to be used for your development. If you are referring to the new development, we are looking at the first schedule. And then to the existing built-up areas, the second schedule shall be referred. Your ultimate goal here is to ensure the limits as specified in the first schedule and the second schedules are not exceeded. Let's say now when you are doing the baseline study, you are getting the noise levels at the surrounding of the development site. Now, if the existing noise levels at the nearby areas is less than this, then you will have to ensure that your development shall not add up the noise level exceeding this limit. Now, if the existing sound level for the surrounding areas has already exceeded those limits in the second schedule, then your target it will be on basis of the third schedule. Your development shall not significantly add up the noise level of the surrounding areas. The ultimate goal here is to maintain the existing noise climate. During the constructions, there may be project activities bringing the noise, and therefore the 6th schedule shall be referred. Some of the work, such as power driving, can easily generate the noise beyond the limits. Therefore, you might need to work out the mitigation measures in order to minimize the noise or to protect the workers from the adverse impacts due to the noise.